Minasan, konnichiwa. Hope you all doing good and you are in a great shape. Okay, in today's video, guys, we are going to see how we can create a road in geometry nodes in Blender. So we can use this road in our anime scenes, yay, okay? Or you can use it in anything. Basically, you have the choice. You can do a textures like this, or you can do it procedurally like this road over here. I'm going to open it so we can see it. This one is built with Blender 4.1 and this one is built with 3.4. Don't worry about this thing. I was playing with this one, so I'm so sorry. Let's connect this thing. Okay, as you can see, this is the road. We need to turn on material preview. Just wait for the textures, not the textures, to compile the shaders. And as you can see, this is all procedural. As you can see, we have bumps and we have these lines over here. This one is is cool. I think this one is cooler than this one, but this one is so simple. This one is not that simple because if we open up shader editor, you can see some mess going on over here, and this one is just a simple one. Maybe we are going to add more and more stuff, and this is going to be really hard, but I'm going to teach you guys how to do that as well in this procedural one. So without any further ado, let's close this one, and also let's create a new one. And I forgot, this road is based on curves. That's why we can just draw. Just use your pen over here and just draw. So easy and so simple and so cool. As you can see, oh my god, this texture also is looking perfect. Okay, Control N and create new general and close it. Okay, I'm going to teach you guys step by step how to do that, because some of you might need to know how this stuff works, because not just we are following a tutorial, do this, do this, do this, without knowing what these things do. Okay, to explain for you guys, first we need a curve. Why we need a curve? Why we don't use a mesh? Because this curve is going to help us do this drawing stuff. Okay, we can add curves, sorry, this one, so we can add curves. That's why we need curve. Okay, we need to delete all of these. Okay, sorry, let's continue. We need this curve to be able to draw. Okay, this is just a test over here. We can delete it and draw whatever we want, you know, using this curve thing, but just for this tutorial we need this one, just this one. Okay, and open up the geometry nodes editor over here and click on this new icon. And yeah, first we need to convert this curve into a mesh so we can extrude it and make it a real geometry, not just a line. Okay, why we need to do that? I will first convert it into a mesh and I will show you a cool thing. Okay, curve to mesh, sorry, misunderstanding, curve to mesh, yeah, this one. Okay, now because I converted the curve into a mesh, now this line has more points than the first curve. Okay, if we go to edit mode, you can see we have just 5 points, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. But when we convert it into a mesh, I'm going to convert it manually over here to see. As you can see, it has more points. That's why we are going to use the mesh rather than using the curve. Okay, as I said, guys, we need to convert it into a mesh, and this is what this node does. And we need a profile for this curve, which is the curve line. Curve line. Okay, what this curve line do? Okay, basically this curve has these points, but we converted it into a mesh which has more points. So this curve line that we are going to use it as a curve profile is going to instance on the y-axis or in the x-axis, sorry, not the y-axis, is going to instance like this, going to in the x-axis. It's already like this, so it's going just to move in here, just instance on these points, which is the small points that I was talking about previously. So let's do that. You are going to see it, guys, don't worry. Just connect this one to this one and play with these values. We don't need to instance on the z 0, we need to instance on the x. We need 1 over here for this side. Okay, I flipped the view, so sorry. Okay, we need 1 over here and we need -1 over here. Okay, the start and the end is flipped. We can do this, but this one is -1, and you know, I don't know, I have no idea, but it is working. So to visualize this for you guys, press Shift Z and you can see the lines. This is the lines that I was talking about. They are instancing over here, and by default they are connected. Okay, they are going to connect with each other and create for us a plane, and that's what we are looking for. Yeah, this is what we are looking for. Okay, nice, good. So now we need to give this plane a thickness, so the road is thick, not just a single plane. It's not that realistic, so we need to add extrude mesh. Because we turned the curve into a mesh, we can use the extrude mesh, but we have a serious problem over here, which this node is extruding the individual faces that in here. So we need to extrude all of the shape, not just individually. We need to uncheck this individual, and we fixed that. Okay, nice, it's working, but we have this shading problem. Okay, some of you don't know what this thing, but this is a shading problem and we need to fix it, guys. To fix it, we have two choices. Okay, if you are in a previous version of Blender, maybe 2.9, 3, 3.0, 3.1, 3.4, 4, 5, you know, you get the idea. We have a node called set shade smooth. Okay, by default it's doing nothing. We need to uncheck this shade smooth, and now it is working. Okay, but this is not perfect. Okay, we need some selections and stuff, and you know, I don't know how to work with it, so just remove it. We have another node which is under the normals, smooth by angle, and we can visualize this by pressing tab. We can see we have two shade smooths. As you can see, we have the selection of the edge, is edge smooth or something. I don't know what these things do, but you know, it is working. That's what we are looking for. You can replicate that with the older versions. You can take a screenshot of this thing and build it yourself, guys. Just copy these things and it's going to work. Yay, nice. Okay, and now it is working perfectly, and you can play with the angle if something going wrong or crazy, you know, when you do like G and doing like some of these angles. If you see this thing is not good, you can play with the angle, but now it is looking good. But we have also a serious problem, which is this empty space over here. The actual roads is filled, so we need to fill it. To do that, so simple, we need to join the original plane with the extruded plane. To do that, we need to enable the node wrangler add-on. So search for node under the add-ons, by the way, node wrangler, this one, enable it, and hold Control and Shift and right click and join these. And as you can see, it is working great. We need it before this is shade smooth. Okay, don't forget to do that. Just put this one in here. We don't need it right now. Leave some space. Now I guess we are done with with the road, but it's too thick, so just play with this offset value over here. Later on, when we are going to add more stuff, we need to connect this this plane with this extruded one, because right now they are not connected, guys. They are just visually connected, but real geometry, they are not connected, they are separate. To connect them, we have a node called merge by distance. Merge by distance, because we have double vertices over here. Like in here we have two vertices, we need to connect them using this merge by distance, and you can play with this distance until you see it is working. As you can see, maybe this value 0.31 or 30, it's going to work, and as you can see it's working. These two should be merged perfectly, but right now I don't need it. Maybe later on I'm going to need it, so hold Alt and move it in here in this side. Now we need to care about the textures, guys. I'm going to open up the node or shader editor. Okay, sorry guys, today I'm so sick, that's why I can't talk that good. Okay, so I'm so sorry. We are going to select the default cube material, our bad boy, okay, and switch to material preview. Now we have some problems, we have really bad problems. Okay, so first we need to select this this node, principled PSDF, and use Ctrl Shift and T, and we need to find our yeah, this is the road texture that I need. Just drag it on into here using this import textures. Okay, and it should be set up correctly, but there is nothing. Why? First I forgot to set the materials. We need to set the materials right into here. Set material, set material, and select our material, and it is working, but as you can see it's not showing correctly. The problem here, we don't have UVs in geometry nodes, which is bad. Yeah, it's bad, but we can fix it. As you can see, we can connect it to the generated one or the object coordinate, but it's not going to face correctly. We can rotate it, by the way, on the z-axis by 90, and this is going to work. But the problem, if we like extrude it in an angle, you can see it's not going to work. It's just going to follow this axis, which is bad. You can use it for the flat ones. Okay, you can use it over here, and it is also stretching, which is a bad thing also. You need just to extrude it, not to move it, and yeah, this is a serious problem. To fix that, I'm going to delete this texture coordinate, and before we continue, I will stop because we have add-on in our country. Yeah, after we added the material, set material node, now we need to create our UVs. Okay, so first I will teach you how to do that, and I will explain it for you guys so we know what we need. We need the original curve, guys, to capture its length, which is the x-axis. We need to capture the length to create the x-axis of the texture. To explain more that for you, to explain it more and more, let's add a plane. Let's give it a new material, and let's unblock this thing. Let's add the texture coordinate. Okay, this is the UVs. By default, the plane is already UV, as you can see. If we go to the top view, you can see this is the y-axis of this plane, and this is the x-axis of this plane. So the UVs is going like this, going like so, like in a gradient, and also in here. We have the y-axis in the green color, and the x-axis in the red color, and in between we have a transition. Okay, like these colors is mixed, and you can see all the way here you can see white, but we can see it because this one is so small. We can use a vector matte node, and use it in the scale, and we can scale it so we can see white, as you can see. Okay, let's bring it into 0 or 1, sorry. Okay, and this is what is the UVs. To do that in here, we need to capture the length, which is the x-axis. To do that, let's go back to our curve. First, let's delete that and hide that. We need a capture attribute node to capture the length. So we need the value, which is the length. To use that, we need spline parameter. Okay, this node is going to tell us which thing we need. This length is the x-axis, and the factor is the y-axis. So we need to connect the length to capture from this one the x-axis. Okay, and it is captured, but we can see it now. We need to set or store the data from this one to another node over here, which is the store named attribute. This one it's going to store or take the data from this one and store it into here to give it to these materials or to this material. So we need just to connect the attribute. Let's focus on that. You can see this attribute and connect it into this one, into the value. Okay, and we need to give it a name like road. Okay, just give it a name. So now if we go to the shader editor, we can use the attribute node. Okay, this attribute node, it's going to give us the color and the vector. We need just the vector, which is the coordinates for the mapping node and for these textures, which is the UVs. Okay, basically this one is a UVs. You can name it UVs. I guess we have something here to name our stuff. I don't know, but we can name nodes, I guess, or we can't. I guess we can't here in the shader editor, but anyways, we need to select the road. Just type it like you typed it into here, or you can copy it, Ctrl C and Ctrl V over here. Okay, now we can visualize it using Ctrl and Shift and left click. We can visualize it. This is like just the color. We need the vector, and this is the vector. Okay, you can see this is the x-axis. It's going from 1 to 0 or 0 to 1. You can see with this thing. It's white, it means it's 0. 1, it means black, it means 1, or the opposite. Okay, you can name it what you want. Okay, anyways, and it is working, but still this is just a one axis. We need the other axis, which is the y-axis. Here in the original line we don't have the the y-axis. Because why? Okay, let's go back into here. This original line don't have any thickness, so we don't have any y-axis. So how to do that? We need to get the data from the extruded one, which is this one, which is this curve to mesh. It already has some thickness, which is this thickness over here, so it has the y data. So we need to capture this data from this one. Okay, we need to capture this thing using this thing. Let's put it into here. Okay, we can use it into here after this one, but just use this one because already this line has some thickness, because this line is already looking like this. Okay, which is basically this line. So yeah, let's delete this thing. And we need this spline parameter node. And as I said earlier, we need the factor. The factor is the y-axis and the length is the x-axis. Nice, nice. But now we have another problem. We can't connect two nodes into here. which is another problem. So we need to convert this store named attribute from a float into vector. So this vector has 3 inputs, but still we have just 1 input. We can't connect 3. To do that, we need a combine XYZ. Combine XYZ. We need a vector. Yup, this one. So now we have the X and the Y, and this is what we need. We need the Y to plug it into the Y, and we need the X to plug it into the X. Great, great. Sorry, not this one. We need to plug the attribute into here. Nice. Let's visualize just the y-axis to see if it's working or not. Okay. Let's see. Yep, it is working. As you can see, it is working. This is the y-axis, and it is already by the green color. It is good. It is working, guys. Oh, the x-axis is with the red. Let's visualize this too. Okay, as you can see, the x-axis with the red color, which is, it is working, guys. It is really cool. Okay, I like geometry nodes, guys. I like it so much. It is so cool. And now let's just deconnect this thing. And where is the view node? Okay, this is it. It's deleted. Okay, now it is working. Now we have UVs. So now we can put our textures. Yay! Finally, just plug this vector into the vector and disconnect this thing, and just connect this one. And now it is working. Nice. So now if we go to edit mode, we can press G, Y. Oh my god, it is working. It is working perfectly, guys, as you can see. Let's visualize the geometry. It is really cool, as you can see. But we have another problem with the geometry. Okay, I will explain it for you guys. When we use the G button, it's stretched. Not just I talk about geometry, not the texture, guys. The geometry is stretching, which is a bad thing. When we just like doing some rotation, some serious rotation. Let's use the selection box. I'm not going to do that perfectly, but maybe you'll get the idea. As you can see, we have some of these pointy stuff, you know, low resolution thing, which is kind of bad. Okay, let's first fix this texture because it's so small. We can fix it really easy, just with the scale, X scale. You can play with it, you know. It is looking good right now. Cool. Let's fix first this problem of this geometry over here. Okay, I will use a resample curve over here. So to do that, let's shift A and add resample curve. We can add it before or after. I'm going to add it before, and I'm going to use curve length node and use the curve, the original curve, and put it into the count over here, and it is going to fix itself. Okay, as you can see right now, it's going to fix itself. Even we stretched it, it is like it is balanced. We have balanced spacing, guys. Let's see before and after. Let's just minimize this thing, and this is before, guys, as you can see, and this is after, and it is balancing itself. If we just select this one and keep just moving it, let's just move it without extruding. I'm not extruding, I'm just moving, guys, using the G. You can see it is resampling itself by itself, which is cool and interesting. Nice. Now we fixed the textures and we fixed the geometry. Now it is working properly. That's what I'm talking about, guys. And that's it for today's video, I guess. Maybe in the future videos we are going to update it and doing more stuff, more and more. And I hope this video helped you guys and you've learned something new. If you do that, make sure to get my newest ebook. Okay, I'm so sorry, this ebook is the best thing that I could do for you guys. I give you my whole knowledge in this ebook. I put my soul into this ebook. So thank you guys for watching. See you soon. Salam alaikum.